Look at these images are simply animated in few minutes, and by the end of the video you'll also be able to animate these images with the help of this new FramePack model. And if you don't even have high-end GPUs, you can still run it on your local machine. And even if you don't have a good local machine, you can still run it on your online cloud. How you're gonna do it, I'll explain you each step from ComfyUI to how you can run it online. So this video is all you need to know about FramePack, and after that, you will be mastered when it comes to generating AI images with the help of FramePack. I'm Adit and you're watching SkillCurb. So first let's talk about the two different installation approaches. The first method is a super straightforward grab that standalone release of this project. Click on the downloaded link. Click on the downloaded link in the description, and this is ideal for the most Windows users. You'll get a 7-zip archive file. After downloading it, extract it, and you'll see 5 files when you launch the run.bat for the very first time. And you'll witness exactly what I'm seeing here, the Gradio interface opening in a browser or something. And while I was speaking, the script quickly fetched all the necessary models in the background. You can see it's a terminal kind of UI. The moment you hit the record and double click run.bat, it begins starting downloading the model in just one go, and that makes it super cool. Now when it bundles everything and serves a local URL, that's how you end up with Gradio dashboard popping up. Now let's talk about the Gradio popping first. After that, we'll switch gears and launch it via ComfyUI. Notice that default theme in the frame is light. We can always turn into dark mode. Now next, we'll drop an image into this area and enter our prompts. There are essentially two main configurations we need to tweak. Typically, you'll just adjust these parameters before clicking start generation, and it will run as long as the video duration is set. This is crucial. Duration is in seconds. By default, it's 5 seconds, but you can crank it up to 60, which is a lot, by the way. The GitHub demonstration mentions that 1 minute cap, and if you push it to 120 seconds, that means 2 minute maximum. If you don't mind waiting, I haven't tested it full 2 minutes because it will take a lot of time, but you can still do it if you want a long video. You can even aim for 30-second clip. We'll set up a 25 and dial the CFG scale to 10, and then allocate 6 GB VRAM for GPU interface. Naturally, you can pick up any values you like. If you have more VRAM, bump it up. If you're limited, keep it to 6, and then remember the note is in settings. Increase this through memory allocation. If you hit out of memory, more VRAM yield, slower renders though, so it all comes down to your GPU's capability. For now, you can stick with 6 GB and enjoy the outcome. Now there's also a checkbox for T-cache, which is temporarily caching, useful for rapid prototyping as explained on the project page. Many users forget that while T-caching accelerates rendering, it often sacrifices the details because of its caching strategy. So if you disable T-cache, you'll get higher quality frames. If you leave it on, you'll see faster but rough results. Here's an example of using T-cache. You can spot storage stream head, wobble effect. When T-cache is off, the motion is much far smoother. So make sure your T-cache is on. It's good for great demos, but proof of concepts, but not for a production ready video. So you're likely to generate videos without caching. Okay, now we will use FramePack video generation platform. First we'll generate some 5-second videos from images, then we will generate 1 minute longer videos. So stay with it. Okay, so first image we will upload is the simple guy studying. You can see it's an AI generated image. So we just uploaded it and we prompted it like make him study. Let's talk about the video length. We will just make it 5 seconds. Inference steps should be 25 for now, and distill CFG scale is 10. And we will make GPU memory is 6. We can increase it to anything, but make sure it should be 6 because this is the perfect way to run it in faster way. Okay, now everything is done. We just click on generate button and you can see the video has been generated. The way this guy is studying is so realistic. The way his hands are moving, the way he's writing on with pen, the way he's folding pages. The hair getting a little bit blur, but rest of the things are cool. Okay, another image I uploaded is this guy with a red helmet. So it's AI generated robotic image. What we said, make him dance, and just simply clicked on generate button. And here's a 5-second long video. He's dancing. The background is a little bit still except the right person. So both are dancing pretty much cool. So now, so another image we generated is this robot, and we set the same prompt, make him dance, and look at the way he's dancing right now. It's super cool. The robot is generated by the same Midjourney prompt, so now you have an idea what kind of video it is. Another prompt gave is this cool cow using computer. So it's a little bit cartoonish video, but look at the video. She's using computer and keyboard movement looking really realistic. One thing I would say is the screens are backward side, which makes it a little bit unrealistic, but rest of the things are perfectly fine. Okay, another image we uploaded is this woman of a statue of a woman, and we said made him a little bit dance, and you can see the way she's furring the flowers, and every step of the hands movement makes you realize how powerful FramePack model is. It's time to check some 1 minute long video, because 1 minute long video is something where AI lacks a lot. So first image I gave is this Japanese man in a position of yoga or martial art. So what we said, make him movement and make him do judo martial art. So what he did is, it's in front of you. Look at the hands movement. It's perfectly fine. Like, I have never expected AI can actually handle these kind of movement for such long period, like 1 minute. The facial expressions are also equally perfect. The clothes movement and the background is still okay. This is really good job, by the way. Okay, another prompt I gave is this DJ guy, make him play DJ. So it's an AI generated image by Midjourney, so bear with it. And look at the way he's playing DJ. It's really good, the way he's turning all the buttons of the DJ. And one thing you need to see is the reflection on the goggles. It's seriously good. So the last video we tested out is very funny. We just said make these dancers dance, and look at the video. The way smokes is coming from behind, and the way they're dancing. Look at their feet, the movement of their feet makes it perfectly real. However, their skin is looking a little bit glassy, which makes it a little bit AI made stuff. But rest of the things are perfectly fine. Now, as you can see, now it's time for ComfyUI installation process. Now it's time for ComfyUI installation. You can see ComfyUI FramePack wrapper is implemented as an additional custom node. It's specifically AI powered video. Now let's walk you through the step-by-step process. At the bottom of the configuration page, you'll notice slots for VAA, vision clips, and text encoder. These references are repacked Hugging video assets, which can obtain from the official ComfyUI Hugging Face repository. In those Hugging Face repository, you'll find the vision clip encoder and the VAI files you need to download. Once fetched, place them into the corresponding subdirectories under your local ComfyUI model. And now the diffusion models, instead of using them Genuine NVIDIA repackaged version, we will load FramePack weights in one of two ways. The first method leverages the official FramePack Hugging Face repository. You'll see multiple .safe tensor diffusion checkpoints, 3 in total, along with JSON configuration file. If you already run this project's previous Gradio UI variant, as demonstrated on the GitHub page, you can see the simplest approach was to unzip the archive folder and run .bat. That archive retrives the full pack of 1-2V Genuine video model files onto your system. Now, after unzipping and launching the Gradio, you'll see a runbot and update.environment setup script in your place, and by default, everything should initialize correctly. To locate the downloaded model weight, navigate to the webui/hub folder on the project, and you'll find some FramePack 1-2V model downloaded. You can reuse this model for ComfyUI without even re-downloading it, so you will see a lot of time there. Now, click on the snapshot in the Hugging Face repository to get the configuration JSON plus the 3.safe tensor files. 5 files total. They're exactly what you'll copy in ComfyUI installation. You can go to the ComfyUI GitHub instruction and place those files under model/diffuser/author name and /repo name within your ComfyUI directory. It's pretty simple, by the way. Now let's create few. Now you can create a folder structure in your file explorer. On the right, highlight the ComfyUI, go to the models, then into diffusers. You'll already see any previous stable video diffusion folder you have used. Following the instructions, make a new folder named name the author, then inside another folder called FramePack.12vhy, and then it will the destination folder weight. And since you have already downloaded them via Gradio, you can simply cut and paste the file into the new folder, so it will be easy for you, So the populates model/diffuser for ComfyUI. Next, let's install the custom nodes. In the custom ComfyUI road, open the custom nodes directory, and you can run git clone the FramePack wrapper repo. And once it finishes, you can go to the in repository folder, and you'll see requirement.txt, and it will install all the dependency we needed. So after everything downloads, without errors, return to the root and launch ComfyUI. Since I run within a virtual environment, you can simply invoke python main.py, and on the startup, ComfyUI will autoload all the custom nodes including our FramePack wrapper. You can navigate to the example folder inside custom nodes, FramePack wrapper to see the sample workflow. Now in this example, the first node that HANU1 video we are using repackaged file. Next is dual clip loader to set HANU1 video mode. You can configure positive and negative conditioning. Left, it references the same vision clip models you downloaded earlier, so just drop them in your clip vision subfolder under models. Now for your inputs, I have resized the image to 512 into 512 to accommodate limited virtual RAM. Down at the sampler section, you'll find the FramePack sampler mode from our wrapper package. It uses same conditioning interface as native sampler, but introduce a new FramePack model data type green dots. Now there are two ways to load weights here. You can use full model, as you can download from Gradio, and you can use FP8 or PF16 safe tensor file. Since I already have the full IV2 human, or for ComfyUI, we can for now just upload this image of this lioness from like Kung Fu Panda, I guess. Just upload it and just say make him do some martial arts stuff, and let's see the video now. So now you have an idea of what kind of model is this FramePack and how much quality image it can generate. So now you just go and use it. All the links is in the description, by the way. If you like this video, just simply click on like button, share it, and for more such cutting edge tutorial, latest technologies videos every day, just subscribe the channel.